The member for Dunkley.
Thank you, Deputy Speaker. I rise to endorse every word of the contribution of the member for Gellibrand. Because, Minister, how is it that you would expect women across this country to believe this government's commitment to online safety when this government won't do anything about the member for Bowman and his admitted online activities? When women across this country have seen constituents of the member for Bowman go on television and subject themselves to exposure across the country in order to call out his behaviour, which in one case caused a woman to be suicidal. How is it that this government thinks that it can sit there with a straight face all of the members of the government and say, do as we say, but not as a member of our government does? And I'm rising today more in sorrow than anger. And I've been angry, and the women in my community have been angry at the way the member for Bowman has behaved and the way the Prime Minister and the ministers in this government have behaved in their failure to make their own accountable for their online behaviour. But something has shifted, at least in me today, and now I'm just so sad to have to stand here because I know that there are people on your side of the chamber, Minister, through you, Chair, and some of them are in the chamber at the moment, that have a deep commitment to online safety and themselves have experienced significant online harassment and want change. I know that, and I can see members of the government in the chamber who have done that. And I feel sad for them that they have to sit there and vote time and time again to protect the member for Bowman. But it goes beyond the member for Bowman, doesn't it? He's now become a talisman for this government's refusal to take responsibility, to hold people to account who are on this government's side, and for there to be any consequences for bad behaviour for people who are part of this government. And it is sad for democracy, and it's sad for the people of Australia whose trust in government is diminished time and time and time again when they watch people who are supposed to be the leaders of this country refusing to act in a way that families in Australia act every single day when a member of their family behaves badly and they say to them, you have to accept the consequences of your behaviour. And parents say, if it hurts me that I have to punish you for your behaviour, I have to accept that, because taking responsibility and being held responsible is part of being a good citizen. And let's put this debate about online safety generally and the government's failure to do something as simple as to hold the member for Bowman to account for his own words where he said he would resign from his parliamentary roles, let alone his behaviour. Let's put it into some wider context. Let's talk about the domestic violence crisis in this country. Let's talk about, over and over again, people on both sides of this chamber acknowledging that the domestic violence crisis and the one woman who's killed every week by their partner is a manifestation of gender inequality, of disrespect for women, and of behaviours like those that we've seen by the member for Bowman who's admitted, which start off as sexual harassment and trolling and lead to a culture in this country where one woman a week is killed. That's why you have to make him be responsible. It's that important.
Order. The member's time has passed.